Yo, what's up guys? Ryan Magin here. Welcome to another YouTube video. And in this video is the first of many that I'm going to do. This is actually a Q&A style video where I basically ask you questions inside the Facebook group, as you can see there. The Facebook group, if you haven't joined it, there's a link below this video. 51 Handsome Guy Secrets. It's my main group. I interact in there a lot. Lots of good stuff. There's like almost 1,400 members now. But 2 days ago I asked a question. I was like thinking about doing weekly Q&A videos. These will completely be driven by you guys. You could also drop them in the YouTube comments, but I see the questions better in my Facebook group. So with that said, I'm going to start doing these every week. So get in the Facebook group, and when you see the post and me asking for questions, the more you give me, the longer these videos are going to be. So check it out. Here's the first question. It comes from Christopher. What up, Ryan? I see more and more long-ass t-shirts in stores, longer than normal. I like some of them. What do you think? Personally, I don't like the really long ones. I prefer a brand called Cotton On, and they have these angle cut tees, and I do like them, but I like to keep them really slim. I don't like the real baggy look. I think it makes everybody look kind of just a little more overweight than they should. So try to keep them really slim fit. And really, I'm not a big fan of the really long tees that like you see Justin Bieber and all those dudes wearing right now. They're really popular in New York City. It's a real street style fashion. I'm not a fan of it. I like more slim silhouettes. But there is a specific tee from Cotton On that I'll put a link below. That's called like a teardrop tee, and it's longer, but it's got angle cuts. So it really is a cool fitting shirt. I wore it in my summer lookbook video. One of them is a white shirt. I wore it with shorts. I actually have 3 of them. I have all 3 colors they offer. I really do like that. And you can get it at Cotton On. It's called the teardrop tee, the teardrop long tee. But to answer your question, I do kind of like them sometimes. I'm not a big fan of them when they're really super long. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. Next up, Dwayne asks, a lot of people tell me that lifting free weights is bad on your body in the long run. Is that so, or only under certain conditions? Example, not giving your body enough rest time. If this is true, what are ways to prevent long-term damage? First off, Dwayne, most people that give you workout advice, unless they're more jacked than you, probably don't know what they're talking about. So just disregard that shit. But yes, you do need rest and recovery, depending on how hard and heavy you continually lift. Will there be long-term effects of not giving yourself enough recovery? Maybe you'll burn out, get sick, have CNS fatigue. It'll suck. You feel like shit for a couple days. You'll probably get a cold, but then you'll get better and you'll be fine. So, are free weights bad for your body? No, that's bullshit. Free weights are fucking amazing. Lifting with bad form, extremely heavy, over time will probably get yourself hurt. But even that, I mean, look at strongman and CrossFit competitions. Form is fucking out the window, and those dudes look pretty good, and not a lot of them get hurt. So, basically, if you're smart about it and you lift weights and you kind of have a clue what you're doing, you're going to be fine. Don't stop lifting weights. Okay, Michael Schroeder's asks, sounds cool. Can you make a video about how to be more confident when taking people's money as an entrepreneur? Okay, first off, never be afraid to sell. I sell to you guys every day. I provide a lot of free content, but I'm always selling to you. If you look at the links under this video, there's a lot of stuff you can buy. That's how I make money. It's how I make a living. I'm not afraid to say you should buy my shit because my products are awesome. And that is why you should never be afraid to take people's money, because if you put out really good products that you 100% believe in, you shouldn't be afraid to ask people to buy them from me, because if anybody buys any of my products, I 100% believe in what I'm giving you and that value, that I believe everybody in the world should have them. So that is the difference. If you don't like your product or you're not standing behind your product, you're probably going to be afraid to ask for people's money. That, like I said, is the difference. So believe in your product, use your product, live your product, and you'll never have a problem asking people for money about it. Alright, so next up, Nacho says, for nightclubs and shit that are only open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 p.m. till a.m., how can I get to connect with bartenders, managers, waiters, whatever, without them being super busy and without having to take them out for dinner another day of the week? Okay, so this is actually a really good question, because this kind of relates to my product that is actually only on sale till Friday night at midnight. It's called $1 Million Networking. And it's good to know the bartenders, managers, cocktail waitresses, and all everybody that works the actual bar staff, because you will actually get hookups and things by knowing them. So how do you get to know them if they're only open Fridays and Saturdays? Well, that is where you need to go and find out the service industry nights in your town, because for the most cases, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday are the slower nights at bars, and that's when a lot of people that work on the weekends tend to go out, because if they work Friday, Saturday, and sometimes even Sunday, their weekend is Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday. You know, they're off those days and they treat that like their Friday, Saturday. So they go out and party on Sunday nights and Monday nights. Those are the nights you need to meet the people, because when you meet them those nights, you party with them, you hang out, you have fun. Then when they see you at the club, you're going to get hooked up. So that is the trick. But if you can't do that, some people have, you know, jobs, they can't always go out on a Sunday and Monday night. You got to get there a little bit earlier or towards the end of the night and not be fucked up and not be drunk to talk to them. Earlier is probably your best bet. Go there for a drink or two before the actual night rush comes in, or the crowd. Most clubs open around 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and from 10 to 11 they're probably pretty dead. So if you go in at those times a little bit before, there's probably free cover, and you'll be able to talk to the bartenders and kind of get to know people there, because they're setting up, and they're going to be probably more in front of you because they're setting up their bar and stuff of that nature. So that is the other option. So first option is go on the nights when the actual people that are working the bar are drinking and partying. You can meet a lot of people then, and or show up early. And another one is actually brunch on Sunday afternoons. If you go to Sunday brunch, you can meet a lot of the people that worked the previous night. So those are three ways to meet people if you know the club's only open Friday, Saturday. Next question. And if you need more networking tips, link below this video is for $1 Million Networking. Check it out. It's on sale for $9 until tomorrow. Today's Thursday, so you've probably seen this. I'll probably post it later on today. Whatever, but it's Friday night at midnight, 24 hours from now. So, all right, next up, Florian asked, did you buy your bike black or did you cover the frame with tape or something similar? I bought it black, but it had logos on it, and I used electrical tape to cover up the logos because, as you guys know, I hate logos. So I'll show you. My bike's always behind me in these videos. This is actually my bike, and you can see I just covered the logos with tape, electrical tape. Is it perfect? No. It looks pretty cool though. I get actually a lot of compliments on it because people think it's like just different. Nobody usually does that. So it's a good conversation starter. Next up, William asks, Ryan, ever since you said the Henley was the best t-shirt, I've stopped buying V-necks and have none to wear. Would you say the Henley shits over V-necks all the time? Well, I just so happen to be wearing a Henley short sleeve in this video right now, and actually Chuck Guerrero in the Facebook group, I bought this for $6 at Old Navy. Thanks for the hookup there. He actually just said they were on sale, so I stopped in yesterday and I bought 2 of them. But do I think they shit over V-necks? No. They're more a little more rugged, but I wear them both just equally. You know, most of the time during the winter I like the long sleeve Henleys, which is the exact same shirt I'm wearing now, only with the long sleeves, and I push the sleeves up. I like those better than the short sleeve Henleys, but I couldn't pass this up for like $7. So, to answer the question, do they shit on V-necks? No. You should be wearing both of them. Alternate them. Don't get stuck on one thing that's bad. Alright, so I just lost my place. I got a lot of questions here. Kyle asks, maybe you answered it somewhere else, but what are a few stores that you find guys can't go wrong in? Obviously not everything will be their style, but what are a few of your staple stores you shop in? For me, Old Navy, H&M, Cotton On, and really that's it. As far as, I get a lot of shit from H&M. I like H&M because I like the high turnover rate, as far as they're always getting new stuff in. I do actually, for jeans and shorts, actually not so much for jeans, but for shorts, I really enjoy Hollister. I actually buy their jeans and I cut them in the shorts because they fit slimmer. And they're always on sale for like 20 to 25 bucks. So I guess I buy a lot of shorts from Hollister. I buy a lot of shirts and things from Cotton On. I buy a lot of shirts from H&M. I like Express here and there for some solids, but you always got to get those tailored. And then Nordstrom's is really good, but I don't have one near me. I have the mall that's near me, so the shops that, all the lookbook videos and stuff you see, unless I order them online, most of the time the clothes come from Cotton On, H&M. The occasional JCPenney's has a sale, maybe something cool, I'll grab something from there. But those are pretty much it. So I guess those would be my staple stores. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Florian asked, do I like soccer? I have no problem with soccer. Not something I play. I cycle. I'm more into the extreme sports stuff, but it's a great way to get cardio. I mean, those dudes are in shape. So yeah, soccer's dope. Being that I live in America, especially Florida, we actually have a soccer team here, but I've been to a couple games that they're a pro soccer team called the Rowdies. Go Rowdies! But you know, I don't go very often. I've been to a few, maybe one a year I'll go to. But yeah, so yeah, soccer's cool. Romaine asks, have I ever downhill mountain biked? Yes, but I live in Florida. We don't have very many hills, so it's actually like man-made hills and stuff like that. But there isn't anything directly near me. It's about 2 hours away, so it's an adventure if I do want to go ride a mountain bike. So I don't actually own one right now, but I have owned quite a few in the past. When to wear an undershirt? I don't wear them, so I don't really have an answer there. But I guess if you sweat a lot, I would never wear anything other than like a wife beater if I were to wear an undershirt. So yeah, I mean, it's a catch-22. It's hot, you wear 2 shirts, makes no sense, but it stops you from sweating. So I don't know, if it's hot and you feel paranoid about sweating, rock an undershirt, and that's it. Ryan, more value, dude, when do I sleep? I probably sleep 5 hours a night. I don't know. Not enough for the amount that I ride and lift. But, you know, I help you guys out. Let's see. Next up, Jeff asks, there's not much German coverage in the state. Oh, wait, sorry, he was replying to another one about the soccer. Steven asks, who are the 5 people in your bro core? If they're too high profile, first names are fine, and why did you pick them? Bro core, I talk about that a lot in my $1 Million Networking product, and that's basically this. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I have some very wealthy, very successful friends. And I can name a couple of them because you probably know them. One guy I talk to all the time, Jason Capital. He's a good friend of mine. We've been friends a while. Love that guy. Another guy, Elliot Hulse. We hang out all the time. And Elliot actually has a really good core group of people that hang out with him. And they've actually, a lot of them have become my friends as well. Very smart 6-figure earners, doing better than that. I have a couple guys that I hang out with occasionally, but I can always bounce ideas off them, you know, through Facebook chat, through Skype. So my 2 people I do talk to the most, I mean, Elliot is like my boy. We hang out all the time. If I have fucking relationship problems, if I have life problems, if I have business problems, he's the one that I talk to. And then my boy Chris Barnard is actually a partner of Elliot's. We hang out a lot as well. The guy that films my videos, Danny, he's in my bro core. These are guys that I talk to all the time. But super successful is Elliot, JCap, a good friend of mine. His name is Greg. He does business in the LinkedIn internet marketing space. Very successful. I talk to him. I value his opinion. I have a lot of friends all over the country. But if it comes down to, you know, and really, you know, I could probably have 10 to 15 actual people that I can call on a given time that I would give great advice. But the 2 that I listen to the most is Elliot and Jason Capital, as far as helping me solve problems and shit. So those 2 are my main, you know, bro core. And yeah, but never discount anybody who provides value to you. So remember that. Abdu asks, what do I think of Abercrombie Fierce Cologne, good or bad? I have no idea what it is. I get kind of weirded out by walking into Abercrombie. Just not my store. Eric asks, how much money did you invest when you started your business? Well, Eric, to answer your question, a lot. But I didn't invest money. I invested time. So that's a paradox there. You can either invest a lot of money or a lot of time when you're getting started. I didn't have any money, so I invested time. But now that I make a lot more money, I invest a lot of it back into the business as far as my education, as far as presentation value, nice graphics for my sites, nice websites, good videos. I mean, the YouTube videos you see that are done that are really well edited, I mean, I'm paying for those to be well edited. I have a video guy, his name's Danny. I pay him to come film me. So when I started, I didn't do things like that. I just got shit done. So that's the kind of, you gotta have that mentality at first, but eventually quality over quantity. You want to raise your production value of things going, so you're going to have to invest in that. I pay top dollar for, you know, graphics. I like good site designs and my education. I always like to be reading. I always like to be learning, things of that nature. So I can't really give you a number, But when I first started, here's one story I'll tell you. When I first started, I didn't have any money and I wanted to teach myself coding and I wanted to learn how to make websites. So I would drive to Borders, which was like a bookstore, and I would literally sit on the floor and I would read coding books and I would take notes, and then I would go home. I would mess around with my WordPress site and I would take notes on what problems I was having. The next day I would go back and I would look for the problems and I'd answer them in the book, and I'd go home and I'd fix the problems. But I never actually bought the book because I couldn't afford to buy the book. So that's just one story for you, where don't let money be an option. Get shit done no matter what. With all the free platforms and free knowledge you have on the internet, there should be nothing that stops you. Next question. How to properly use cologne. This is from Monty Ganapathy, or Ganapathy. I don't know how you say your name, bro, but you were very active in the group, and I appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, I use it all the time. I don't really have, there's no wrong way to use cologne. You could spray a lot, but eventually it's going to wear off, and it's going to be fine anyways. So I like to do 1 or 2 squirts before I leave the house during the day, and if I change in that night, I spray some more on. That's how I do that. David Christian Ferrante asks, efficient ways to meet lots of women and ask around cool people as a teenager who is too young to go to bars and clubs and too young for the night thing. So basically, you're too young to go out at night and you want to know how to meet girls, etc. Well, the mall is a good place. Any outdoor parks, the beach. Depends on the area you live in as well. I mean, New York City has like is always busy and stuff. But there's not really a good place to go meet a lot of women out during the day here in St. Petersburg, Florida, where I live. So malls are good, beaches are good. You know, there's no age limits there. When I was younger, we used to have like a teen night at the bowling alley. I don't know if you guys have that. I mean, I don't know how young you are, but that was like when I was 16, 17. We would go there twice a week, and I would always meet a lot of girls there. And your school, you probably meet a ton of girls in school, college, etc. So, Ganaby asks, can you do some cool hairstyle and haircut and hair gel applying videos? Dude, I hate talking about hair because everybody's hair is different, everybody's face is shaped differently, so it's so hard to help somebody pick out a hairstyle. The best advice I have about hair, and I say this over and over again, is find a good stylist, trust them, and talk to them. And as far as hair product, I am experimenting with Pete and Pedro right now. I'm using that. That's what I have in my hair today. Their paste, I think, works pretty good. But I still like Woody's clay. That's it. And then, I mean, I just literally put it in my hands and I go like this a couple times. That's it. I don't really have like a ordeal when I get ready. Karenberg Randhawaha asked what to wear with a trench coat. I don't wear trench coats, so I can't tell you. But I mean, trench coats are a little Unabomber, if you ask me. I'd probably go with a pea coat, and you can dress those up just like you do with a blazer. So that's my answer there. I don't wear trench coats, man. I live in Florida. It's hot as balls. Let's see. Ashish asks, best, fastest, most good-looking way to tie a tie. Forehand knot is easy to do. Look it up. There's tons of tutorials on YouTube. Just practice one style and just get good at it. I don't wear a lot of ties, but that's the one that I know how to tie. It's very easy to do and it doesn't take much work. But there's tons of articles and YouTube videos where you can actually just sit there and practice and figure it out. Let's see. Jonas asks, how to attract women that are a few years older than yourself? Well, Jonas, this is a good question because number one, you need to have your shit together to attract a girl who has their shit together. And usually the women that are older than you kind of have more shit together. They have more life experiences. They have higher paying jobs. Not always the case, but they usually have a path and they're going somewhere. And they want a guy that can kind of complement that. So the best advice I can give you to meet girls older than you is to have your shit together, have a vision, have a path, be working towards your path so you have your shit together. And as always, dress well. Don't be the one that's always fucked up at the club. And just kind of, you know, if you have a friend that's kind of like a mentor to you, kind of emulate maybe how they act and go from there. But where to meet them, older women, they go to happy hours, they go to higher end cocktail bars, they go to the same nightclubs you probably do. You just gotta find them. So that's my best advice there. Just if you have your shit together, you're gonna attract people to have their shit together. That's simple as that. Gabriel asks, which car do you own? I don't have a car. I have a bike, which you saw earlier in this video, and I have a Honda Ruckus scooter. I will be buying a car soon, just because I live in my downtown area and I haven't needed one. I'm getting to where I'm going to need one, and I'm looking at BMWs, Mercedes. I like shit like that. I like nice cars. But I don't know yet. I'll let you guys know when I get a car. Abdu asks, what's a good interview outfit for Buckle? A good interview outfit, period. Go on my Instagram. I just did one the other day for networking. That's an awesome interview outfit. Just dress like you care. Doesn't matter the place you're going. Just show them that you respect them enough to dress up a little bit to present yourself in a positive way. Let's see. Got a couple here. Florian asks again, what is my grooming routine? How often and what do you groom? Is it too late for this question? It's not too late. This is the last question for today's video because I'm going for 21 minutes now. And Florian, to answer your question, my grooming routine, I get a haircut every 2 weeks religiously, shower every morning after my bike ride, and usually before I go out at night if I'm going out somewhere or after I work out. As far as I don't like pluck my eyebrows or anything, I never had to. I shave like every 2 to 3 days. I will probably shave tomorrow. This is about as bad as my facial hair gets. Brush my teeth every day. I do use like a CVS or Walgreens brand face wash every morning in the shower, especially after I ride, because I tend to, where my helmet sits when I ride my bike, I tend to break out right here. As you can see, I'm always breaking out there, so it's kind of annoying. I use Old Spice deodorant every day, sometimes twice a day. Hair products, and I wash my hands a lot. And I do a lot of laundry and dry clean. So that's about all I got for you. So, like I said, guys, that's it for this video. I answered a lot. Hopefully focus is in there. I've answered a lot of questions. I want to do this once a week because it gives me good content for the channel. So join the Facebook group, and when you see me ask the question, hey guys, I'm going to film the Q&A. What are the questions you want? Drop it in the comments. That's it. $1 Million Networking is ending tomorrow night at midnight. That's the top link below this video. Check it out, and peace. Join the Facebook group too, as well, under the video. Talk to you later.